Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Wednesday, Friday 12th, 2025. I was going to say 2023. So yeah, today is February 12th, Wednesday, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, I'm going to start pulling cards. Okay, and go from there. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so lately in the readings, there's been someone who's been watching and stalking and spying, kind of keeping tabs on you, blah, 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 right? They're still watching. They're still watching you. They're still spying, stalking. They're still... The attempt is to try and keep as many tabs on you as possible. And it's not exactly working out for this person. But they're trying to see how many tabs on you they can have. It's kind of like if you were the rep, like let's say if you were Google Chrome, right? And you know how like when you have so many tabs open, and it's so you can keep track of those web pages so you don't lose them, right? Or like the information on that specific web page or whatever. It's like that. Somebody's trying to keep information or tabs on you so they don't lose something on you, or so they don't lose you. But it's not working because it's like, you know how like when you keep a tab open for too long, the page crashes, right? And then you have to X out of it because the page is not working anymore. So you have to X out of it. And when you try to open Google Chrome again, the page is gone. So you have to type in everything all over again and get all your tabs up and your music set up, and right? And then when you keep them open for too long again, I just saw 3, 2, 1, it crashes. Right? So it's like someone's trying to do this onto you, but the information that they have is not noteworthy, it's not worthy, it's not valuable, it's no good. The information that they're trying to utilize, it's not, it's like arrow 404, page not found. Like whatever you're looking for, it doesn't exist. They're looking for something. This person, they want to know what you have. They're watching the things that you have, right? They're watching you. They're going out of their way to watch. This person would go outside of their home. Like if you lived across the street from them, hypothetically speaking, as an example, if you lived across the street from them, they would sit outside of their porch every day just to catch a glimpse of you, just to watch you, right? And there's a big portion, a big part of, like a big reason as to why this person is doing this. It's because they don't even know why they're doing it. They just know that they want to keep tabs on you. They want to watch you. They want to know what you have. They want to look at what you have. They want what you have. That's why they're watching you. They want what you have. And they don't even know why they're watching you. They probably don't even know why they want it so bad. Like why it triggers them. Like why do they want whatever it is that you have? Why they want it so bad? They probably don't even know. They haven't woken up. I gotta rewrite that. Where's my pen? Of course. I gave it to my beautiful child. And, of course, as always, my beautiful child loses it. And then we have Pizamiza. Alright? So, a miser, obviously, is someone who, they like to look at what other people have and to see if they can have it, too. A Pisa is basically like a big... It's very popular in the South. It's those big wraparound porches, right? That people can just sit on and look at everything outside going by, the world, people, right? A miser. Yeah, this is a miser is somebody who, think of it like Scrooge, right? But Scrooge, like, it was his money, right? So it could be like he was stingy with his money. But it's like somebody is stingy with your money or your things or your relationships or your gifts. It's like somebody wants it and they want to be in charge and in control of your things. The clothes you have, the money you have, the relationships you have. They want control of your things. And they're watching you to see what you have. And there's that, and then there's also the thing about the information that they have on you. It's like error for 404, page not found. You know, it's like when the page crashes and they're trying to like look something back up or pull something up, and it's just like that doesn't exist. But I keep wanting to say it doesn't exist anymore. So it could be like the old you, 646. Yeah, 646, yeah. The old you, they're trying to bring up the old you, and it doesn't exist anymore. That's back then. So, in the beginning of the video, I wanted to say something like, I wanted to say 2023. So there could have been something about 2023, a version of you in 2023, or someone has been trying to do this since 2023. So we're in 2025. That's like 2 years, a year and a half, about 2 years. So someone has been trying to look at what you have for the past 2 years, since February, because today is February 12th, 2025. So that would be about 2 years. So maybe since February 12th. So February 12th is Wednesday now, today. 2024, it would have been on a Tuesday. 2023 would have been on a Monday. So Monday, February 12th, 2023, someone has been trying to look up what you have and pull up the old you or bring up the old you. So it could also be they started doing this in 2023, right? And they've been doing this since today, right? But 2023, that's I got this oh man, I love timelines. I love this stuff. All right. I did a reading recently where it was talking about how like they've been trying to do something, but they're like a month behind, and you're like you're past. They're like a month behind in doing something, right? I wish I can't explain timelines. It just in my head I see it so clearly, but like bleh, you know. All right. So they've been doing this since 2023, but when they started this in 2023, they were trying to pull the old version of you, right? So from 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, something about 2018 and 2019. That 2019 is very significant. That's what's popping up the most. Something about 2019. So in 2023, they've been trying to pull something up on you from 2019, from 2019 and 2021. Right? So they're already way behind because they're looking in your past, like your past, right? So they're, not only are they behind in the timeline, but they're looking in your past timeline, all right? So they started doing this in 2023. We're in 2025 now. So for the past 2 years, they've been looking at your past and you're living in the future. Does that make sense? Because they want to, and they're trying to keep tabs on you, but it's not. Whew, man, that was so fun. Oh, I love that. That was great. That was fun. All right, let's move on. Yeah, they haven't woken up. So there's something about they're behind. They're like left behind. They're stuck in the past, or they're stuck in your past, and they're just like they don't even know. There's a big part of them that like they don't even know why they're doing this, right? Someone could be asking them like, why are you doing that? And they could be like, just shut up, leave me alone, right? Because they don't have an explanation. They don't know why they're doing this. They just know that they want to do this. They need to do this. It's you that they need to watch and stalk and spy and keep an eye on, and they don't even know why. And when people try to, you know, talk to them about it, like the logical side of it, like why, like let's talk about this. Why do you feel the need to do this? They can't explain this. They don't know why they're doing this, and because they don't know why, they can't explain it. They get really defensive and they start blowing up, and then they're just like, you know, it's really bringing out the monster in them. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? The letter Z, something could be happening while you're sleeping, or someone could be trying to do something while you're sleeping, or trying to infiltrate your dreams, to see if they do that, then they can see what you're getting. But here's the thing. The spiritual realm is not like the earthly realm, because if they think that they're going into your dreams, it's kind of like a labyrinth, right? You're the one that's unwelcome, and so your mind, it's like Inception. So Leonardo DiCaprio's character brought her into his mind to like show her how it was, and when she made it known that she didn't belong, like his mind was getting ready to attack her, right? Because it's like, you don't belong here, right? So I feel like if someone's trying to do this, they're just, not only is it going to be picked up that they don't belong there, but it's like your mind is like legit a labyrinth, right? That's why I don't wish anybody like I don't wish anybody like a glimpse into my mind, because it's like if you stare long enough into the abyss will stare back into you. All right, so that's why you got to be careful of where you be traveling to. All right, and then we have Proverbs 23:9. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Yeah, again, they haven't woken up. Z, this person is asleep. You cannot tell this person anything. And if people are trying to talk to this person, they can't explain why they're doing this. They don't have a logical reason, and because they can't explain this weird need, this desire to watch you and stalk you and spy on you and, you know, to keep tabs on you, they can't explain it. And so if someone is like, well, why, they get angry, they get really defensive, and they're like, well, I'm just right. It's weird. They don't know why they're doing this. They can't explain it. And there's a big part of them that it's like, I don't want to say embarrassed, but they do feel embarrassed because they don't want to be seen as someone who is watching, stalking, and spying on you. They don't want to be seen as that person. It's like something, whatever they're doing, it's like putting them on the spot. It's like it's putting them on a spot, and it's embarrassing them, and they don't like that feeling, which is why they're like lashing out and blowing up and getting all angry and getting all defensive and getting all weird, because it's like, no, I'm not stalking, I'm not spying, what are you talking about? And it's just like, lady, we've been watching you, or sir, we've been keeping tabs on you while you're keeping tabs on them. Like, why are you doing that? Right? And they don't want to be seen as that, so they're getting embarrassed, and because they're getting embarrassed because they can't explain this, they're lashing out. And yeah, they don't know why they're doing this, right? They haven't woken up. And then we have Z. They're sleeping. They're not aware. They're not cognizant. I should say cognizant, because it's stronger than aware. They aren't cognizant of their actions at the moment. And if you try to talk to them, be very logical with them, they don't like that, because they can't explain their actions, and it's embarrassing them. All right. So it's really no point. I mean, you can try, right? But there's no point in talking to someone like this, because they don't even, they're not, it doesn't seem like they're going to stop, and it doesn't even seem to them like, it's like they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and they're also like hiding it in the closet and hiding behind bushes, right? It's like, they're in denial of their own addictions. The addiction would be watching, stalking, and spying you, right? This is like a serial stalker, but they won't admit it. You can't talk to them like, hey, we know. It's like if you get this person, sit them down into an intervention, they're like, no, I don't have a problem. I'm not, right? It's because they're in denial of this. So if everybody knows that there's a problem, but if they're not even willing to admit that there's a problem, if they're in denial, you can't tell them that they have a problem until they realize that they have a problem. So do with that what you will. All right, let me see. I'll get one more, and then I'm gonna I'll switch the decks now. The letter P could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or a place. Someone's playing games with people. Or this person could be playing games with you, or like they swear. Proverbs, Pisa, P. Isn't there something called a PPP loan? What is that? There's something about money or a big loan. Someone could have taken out a loan for a business and that business flopped. Small business funding. Yeah. Interesting. If you did not receive a Paycheck Protection Program PPP loan before, first draw PPP loans may have been available to you. So someone could have, this person that's watching you, they're trying to keep tabs on you. There's something, this person could have taken out a PPP loan. Right? But here's the thing, if they already took it out in their name, right, they already used that up. So this person could have tried to use your name as well. So they took it out in their name and they took it out in your name. So that would be double the loan, right? So if they took it out in their loan and in their name and they got $10,000, and then they took it out in your name and they got $10,000, so that's $20,000 that they have 1818. Someone took out a loan on your name, a PPP loan. Now, whether or not they got the money, I don't know. So they could be watching you to see, because I kept saying they want something of yours. So if whether or not they got the money, I don't know. But they could be watching to see, like, because if the money is not, if they didn't get the money, then obviously you're gonna get the money. But if you're gonna get the money, you're gonna be asking questions. Where is this coming from? How? What loan? I didn't do this. Fraud? You know, like, and then that's when, you know, you're gonna start. Because if you didn't sign these papers and these documents to take out this loan, someone did under your name. And here's the thing, most banks, almost all banks and government organizations, they have cameras. So if you didn't walk into that bank or if you didn't walk into that government building and sign to those documents, someone did under your name. So obviously there's evidence of that. I feel like that happened. Someone took out a loan in their name, and then to get more money, they used your name as well to double it. But and I feel like in some cases, for some of you, they may not have gotten that money. And if they didn't get that money, then that money is going to be going to you. And that's why that person's, like, watching you and, like, lashing out. Because it's like, if you get that money and then you start, like, where is this coming from? Bless you! I will, baby. 1 second. Right? And, like, I'm going to be asking questions like, okay, so I do remember doing this. So what happened? How's this happening? Like, well, right? It's like, why are you getting a large lump sum of money, like, you know, out of nowhere? So this person, they're about to be caught up with some sort of fraud because it's like, oh my gosh, they're not getting that money. You're getting that money, and you're getting that money. They're going to get in trouble. It's illegal. Fraud. I think after like $1,000, that would be considered a felony or grand larceny as well, right? And depending on the state you are, right? A couple extra $1,000, that would be considered grand larceny, which is, so it would be fraud, forging signatures, false identity, right? It's just racking up the charges. And I feel like this person, they thought this was really smart of them to do. That's probably why they've been trying to keep tabs on you, right? Because if they're like, oh, well, the collective lives here, I know that address, you know, I'll just redirect their mail, I'll redirect, you know, whatever, I'll use my phone number instead of theirs, so that way whatever messages or alerts that they would be getting on their phone, it'll go to my phone. But something happened. All that information, they lost it. Either you moved, you changed your number, you changed your address, you changed your email, you changed your job. Something happened, and now it's like all the information that they had on you is gone. They can't find it. They can't pull it up. Error, page not found, 404. And they're nervous. Because whatever money that they're not getting, that they try to get under a false pretense, you could be getting that. It could be going right to you. Congratulations, you've been approved. Here's a $10,000 check in the mail. And you're like, what is this? Right? I'm hearing you could be a good Samaritan as well, right? Because it's like, not only do you got this check that you didn't like apply for, but what are you gonna do with it? Because you're not opening, like, you know, so if you give it back and then they're gonna start asking like, oh, you know, we went all through this paperwork and blah blah blah, and now you're giving it back. You're like, first of all, I don't even know anything about this. So, that's one. So now you tell me how this happened. Main female reverse. So there was a main female, a karmic feminine involved in this that had a hand in this. This could be the person that's trying to see, well, if they're not getting that extra money, that must mean it's getting sent to you. But then if it gets sent to you, then, you know, you're going to be like, why am I getting this? How did this happen? How did I get approved for this? I didn't apply for this, so who applied for this? When did this happen? Right? What business? What money? What loan? Right? For some of you, this person could have been taken out. This could have been like the second loan that they took under your name. Right? And it's just like, well, what is this? And for someone who swore up and down that this was, they could have been convincing themselves that this was a good idea, they're like scared and lashing out because you just committed fraud, forging signatures, false identity, and blah 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 blah. Like, you're just racking up the charges. Like, I'm hearing okay, so for a lot of you, the only reason why this changed is because a lot of you went to the post office and filled out a change of address form. So that changes everything. Everything. When you go to the post office and you fill out a change of address form, it updates almost everything. So all your mail gets sent, right? So if someone was trying to intercept your mail, there could have been a post mail, what is it? A mail post, a mailman, a mail lady was like, oh, they don't live there anymore, they live here. And that includes all the mail, right? So let's say someone was doing this in a different state. It gets updated in the system. So you're not getting that so-called check that you would be getting in like Seattle. You're getting it down in Iowa, because that's where you filled out, that's where your new address is. It's now in Iowa. So whoever was doing this in Seattle, I'm just hypothetically speaking, whoever was doing this in Seattle, they're like, where's that check? Where's that check? Meanwhile, in Ohio, you got that check and you're like, what is this? So now you're calling those government buildings up and blah, like, why did I get this? Where's this for? Blah, 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 blah. I don't even live in Seattle, like, right? So why am I getting a check for a Seattle loan and I don't even live there? Why is it being sent to me in Iowa? Well, don't you live in Seattle? We have a record of you filling out these forms and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't even make cookies open up a cookie shop. So why am I getting a loan for a cookie shop in Seattle and I don't even live there, you know? That's just a hypothetical situation, right? Upright. Thoughts. So yeah, so there could have been a main female, a karmic feminine, because it came out in reverse, main female reverse. So there could have been a karmic feminine that is thinking about you and what you have. And a lot of it is about your money or this money that you're about to be getting. And they're lashing out because this was supposed to go to them, but it's going to you. They're thinking about this. They can't stop thinking about this. This person is like pacing back and forth and sweating because you're getting something that was supposed to go to them, because that's how they were trying to orchestrate it. They were trying to orchestrate something illegal or unjust to go to them, but it's not happening, and that's why they're like lashing out. So you could be a divine masculine or a divine feminine, but there's a karmic feminine that did something, and it's like, it's now like the cat is out of the box energy. And for a lot of you, it has to do with like this person try to take out a loan in your name, and when that check, that loan, it didn't go to them. So that's why this person could be like trying to watch you to see, did you get that check in the mail? Did you get that letter in the mail? Did you know, like, do you know that you got approved for something that I illegally signed you up for, right? Hoping that it would go to me. Like, it's like that. That's why they're watching. That's why they're stalking and spying. And it's not working because all the information, it's like a bunch of information just got mixed up, right? And they don't even know where you live. They don't know if you change your name. They don't know your phone number. They don't know where you work. They don't know if you have a car or not. They don't know like what bus lines you live near. They don't know like if you're living uptown, downtown. They don't know if you live in an apartment or in a house or, you know, a condo or a suite. They don't know anything, and they're freaking out because they're trying to watch you and they can't. And they're scared because it's like, uh-oh. Cat's out of the bag. Uh-oh. Any day now. Uh-oh. And I feel like the reason why this person felt so comfortable doing this is because, remember, they had all this information on you, right? And it was like old information. And while they were like stockpiling old information on you from like 2019, 2021, and they were doing this in 2023. Meanwhile, in 2023, that's when all of your information started changing. It started changing. Your addresses, your relationships, your phone numbers, your jobs, your community, everything personal about you started changing, like really changing. And it's like this person, they have like no idea, like, I feel like they were comfortable doing this because they felt comfortable and thinking that you would never change your address, your phone number, your friendships, your relationships, your community, yourself, your mindset. Like you would never change. So it's like this was like a foolproof plan for them, right? What best way for this person? It's like, it's kind of like that old lady that has been living in that same house for 60 years. So I know that I can, it's like they can send their mail or whatever to that old lady's house and use their address and because they know that old lady will never move. That's how they felt about you. So that's why they felt comfortable in doing this. But lo and behold, one day everything changed. And it's just like, what? You weren't supposed to change. You weren't supposed to move. You weren't supposed to grow. You weren't supposed to do none of that. Because now that you did that, they're not getting something that they were supposed to take from you. And a lot of it is money that they were trying to illegally get. Alright, let me get one more, and then I'm going to change the decks. What time is it? Yeah. Reverse. Reverse. Privileged lady reverse. There could have been two women doing this. It's a privileged. It could be the same person. It could be this karmic woman who thought like this would have been hers. This should have been hers. I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you and your meddling kids. You and you meddling dogs. You know how like in Scooby-Doo, the villain gets caught. And the villain always says the same thing. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Yeah. This person, like, they swore. It's a woman. It's a karmic woman. She swore within every fiber of her being that she deserved this. Like, this was supposed to be hers. And she felt that this was just. You know what, too, I'm getting? This privileged lady in reverse was looking at you as a main female reverse. And it's like, whoa, divine feminine doesn't deserve this. I deserve this. I should have this. This should be mine. I want this. This should be mine. They shouldn't have that. Blah, 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 blah. And the reason why they were saying that is because they were looking at you as a main female reverse. So they were watching you and stalking on you and spying on you. And they felt like you didn't deserve this. Whatever this is, whatever they were trying to get, whatever they did illegally, they did it because, one, they thought that you would never change, and two, they thought that this should be theirs. I do feel like this is a privileged lady reverse, a karmic feminine who thought that you were a karmic feminine who didn't deserve this, and that it was okay for them to do this because you're not going to change. They're not going to change. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to move. They're not going to grow up, right? They're never going to travel. They're never going to this. They're never going to blah. But it's crazy because that's them. And they really thought that was you. I think this, that. I think this, that. I think this is that. I think this privileged lady in reverse, who's karmic, thought that you were karmic and didn't deserve this, and that it was okay for them to take this and do this because you weren't going to change in their mind. But out of nowhere, it's like, sorry, that information is no longer valid, or like that PIN code doesn't work anymore. And they're like, what? But they've had the same PIN for like 8 years, and you know, hold on. All right. I just keep seeing 333s. So yeah, you're protected from whatever this weird energy is. It's basically a woman in your energy who stay trying to be in your energy, who just thinks that you're not good enough. You shouldn't have this. You shouldn't have that. And it's like, who made you the judge? You're not. Like, you're worse than me. What are you talking about? Like, this is an ancient person. Like, they're just, I don't know what the problem is, but they feel like you don't deserve this. You shouldn't have that. And it's like, what? What are you talking about? Like, why are you in my business? Why are you so worried about what I have and what I don't have and what I should and shouldn't have and who I should and shouldn't talk to and what money I should and shouldn't have? And like, that's the problem. Like, and this is someone who's very entitled with privileged lady, but it's in reverse. This is someone who's entitled, but they have nothing, right? It's like, how are you so entitled, but you're trying to take something that isn't yours? How are you so entitled, but it's like, How are you so entitled to what doesn't belong to you, what's naturally someone else's? Like, why do you think that it belongs to you? Why do you think it should be yours? And that's what they won't. It's so irritating, the entitlement, the audacity, right? It's just like, how bold of you, right? How bold to be so entitled to something that was never yours, will never be yours, and can never be yours. And this is exactly prime example as to why this is prime example right here. And this very entitled, greedy person feels like your things should be theirs, and it's like, what are you talking about? It's just nasty how entitled this person is, how disgusting this person is with greed. They're very greedy, very entitled. This is nasty work, I'm telling you. This person, nasty work. And they believe this could be a karmic Pisces because of how like deep they truly believe that you should not have this, whatever this is. Oh, they don't deserve to be happy. Oh, they don't deserve to have that. They don't deserve to have the shirt on their back. They don't deserve to eat. And it's just like, what? And if people try to talk to them, like, why? They don't know why. They can't explain it. So they get mad. They get angry. Right? And the biggest reason why they get angry is because they're being put on the spot. And they don't like that. They don't like to be embarrassed. How dare you put them on the spot and expose their weird entitlement about the collective? How dare you do that? Right? So that's why they be lashing out. Don't be worried about... Right? They don't... If you put them on a spot, like, don't you think you're being a little too... It embarrasses them, and they don't like that. Alright? So that's why they be lashing out. It doesn't have to be karmic Pisces. It's just... They like... This is... I just said that because they truly believe. Right? This is, you know what's so crazy? This card, Seduction, came out yesterday in the same position, upright. Ooh, that felt good. And I was talking about how someone keeps doing something in your energy, and they need to stop because they're not protected doing this. Because you may sit there and be like, oh, it's okay, you know, I forgive you, I'll ignore you, I'm going to be the bigger person, I'm going to move on about my day, I'm going to turn the other cheek. Your ancestors... Your spirits, God, your angels, they're not like that. You can have mercy on this person, yes, absolutely, by all means. But God, listen, God is a merciful God, absolutely. But God is also jealous, right? His wrath is, his anger is, like, and this person, you know, I don't want to, but they're angering heaven. Because, like, God's like, I gave this to my chosen one. I gave this to my child. How dare you sit there and try to make it seem like what I gave them, they are not worthy of it. I gave it to them. Of course they're worthy. And so for you to sit there and act so entitled, so belligerently greedy, right? For you to sit there and say that this should be yours, that's why you don't have it. That's why it's not theirs. And for them to keep doing this, they're not protected. Okay? And you may be merciful because, you know, you're supposed to be, you know, the bigger person. You're supposed to be turning on the cheek, blah, blah. But you also know that you do not fight with flesh. Right? Spiritually, you don't have to throw hands physically. You do not have to. Because spiritually, it's a whole different battlefield that, like, 99% of these humans don't even, like, they're not equipped for. They're not armored up. Right? The same people that be rah, 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 right, out here in the physical are the same ones that will break in spirit. They will break in spirit at the smallest inconvenience. They will break when they find heartbreak. They will break when they find struggle. Those same ones. And God's like, are you kidding me? Like, and you think you're entitled to what the collective has? No. Absolutely not. Seduction. I gotta cover it because they got boobies. Hear the roaring flames with the masterful trance that calls upon heaving chest. Give in to its alluring grip, if you please, but heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. Protection reverse. Listen, this person, this woman in your energy who is very entitled, she is not protected. She's not. And it's crazy because as weak as she is in spirit, she has no strength, she has no will, she has no power against God, and she feels like she deserves what you have. Unbelievable. Protection. This is my house. Stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare lift its hidden. This person, they're not... I remember I made this comment literally about how I don't wish it upon anyone to even try to enter my mind because it is a labyrinth and abysmal. Like that, you gotta be careful where you're going, where you're traveling to, because you don't know. This person, they're going to places that they're not protected. They're going to places they don't understand. They're trying to go where they don't know. They don't even... And that's the thing too. You know what I was getting to? I'm getting in this movie. It's called The Never-Ending Story, right? He has to go through like these trials, and then there's this one trial. I think it's like the second one, where it's like a fog and it's like a mirror of reflection. And if you can like see yourself, then you can go to the third, right? This person, they don't even know who they are, and they feel like they deserve what you have. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They're karmic as heck. They're not protected. And they feel like they can do what you do, but they can't, because the smallest inconvenience their spirit will break. They'll, woe is me, oh my god, I had a tough day, oh my god. It's like you cry for every little inconvenience, heartbreak, sadness, betrayal. Like you give up easily. You don't have patience. You don't have understanding. You don't have kindness. You don't have compassion. You don't have a fight within you. You don't have faith. Your will is shoddy. It's barely there. Like you're asleep. You're not aware. You're not listening. And you feel like you deserve what the collective has. No. No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's just like... This person, they're deadly to those who dare lift its hidden. It's like this person, they're like opening up a jar, not even knowing that, like they can't read. The jar says, caution, do not open. Right? They're opening the jar and it's like sucking their soul or something, because it's like they don't know what they're doing. And if they're like doing and dabbling with entities and this and that and this, and it's doing more harm to them than to you, and that's the intention, and that's why they're not protected from this, and you are. You know how to use your intuition, you know how to listen, you know how to heal, you know how to, right, all of that, and they don't know none of that. Ooh, hold on. I need a minute. Alright. All right. King of Wands on the fence. Page of Wands reverse. Nine of Swords upright. So for a lot of you, this karmic woman has been trying to block a King of Wands or confuse a King of Wands for coming towards you or being close to you. So one of the things that they feel like you don't deserve is either this particular man or the man that, any man that wants you. They just don't feel, I don't know. This woman could be also very insecure. Why does he like you, not me? Why does he get that? Right? So I feel like if it's not just a man, this woman could have been blocking men in general from getting close to you, connecting with you, being with you, right? So let's say you had a very interesting connection, blah, 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 and then after 2 months it fizzled out, and then you get ghosted. Or 6 months, right? And it's like, it's always like, what is going on? It's because there's this woman. It's this woman that was doing this to you. They were, and a lot of it had to do because you were never changing either. And so it's not just, you can't just put it on her. First of all, she's a very shady friend or person or whatever. Whoever this person was around you, they're not good. I feel like a lot of you don't. All right, I'm getting a lot. A lot of it has to do because you were not changing either. You were complacent, stagnant, the same. I'm hearing repetitious, predictable, stuck in the routine, right? And because of that, this woman was able to utilize your stagnant energy to kind of like predict things. Like, oh, they're talking to this person, right? Or like if you had a specific type or a style, or if you did something, like always had like your own routines or rituals or whatever. Like every morning you would wake up at like 8 a.m. and then you would have a bowl of oatmeal, and right, it's whatever. You being in the same stagnant energy really benefited this woman. And one of the things that she was able to do is block potential loves from being with you, from being around you, from progressing, from moving forward. She was blocking people from you. And with that Page of Wands energy, yeah, she was blocking men from wanting to be around you. So you could have been wondering, like, why your relationships were never stable, why your relationships with men in particular, or women. This, for some of you, this could be a man, like your best bud or like your homie or whatever, and you're realizing, why is it that, and some of them like are great women, but it just doesn't ever, it never goes any further, right? Because this person was doing that. And then you would be up at night with the Nine of Swords, like wondering, like, why another relationship failed, or why another opportunity was lost, or well, because this person, they were doing this magic because they just felt it in their bones, and they don't know why, but they just felt like you did not deserve this. You don't deserve this money. You don't deserve this peace. You don't deserve this happiness. You don't deserve. You just don't. You don't deserve it. It's because they want it. If anyone deserves love and happiness and peace, it's them. But God's like, but what have you done to earn it? It's like a promotion, right? It's like, if anyone deserves this promotion, I do, and I've been here longest. That may be so, but what have you been doing? Are you doing anything extra? Are you doing anything more? What are you doing to deserve this promotion? Like, you do the same thing every day for like the past, I don't know, 6 years. What are you doing to, wow, right? This person definitely deserves this promotion. And you get the promotion. It's like, they don't deserve it, I do. And it's, okay, but why do you feel like you deserve it? Oh, because I'm older, because I've been here longer, or because of this, or because of that, right? I feel like for a lot of you, it's just, it could simply be because they're older that they feel like they deserve it. And it's like, yes, absolutely, you're definitely older, you've been here longer, but you've also done nothing. You see? You've been here longer, but you've done nothing. And you deserve this. Right? But you deserve this. But you're not... What have you contributed to society, to the job, to the community, to yourself, to humanity? What are you contributing? What are you bringing to the table for you to deserve this? If anyone deserves that man, it should be me. If anyone deserves that promotion, it should be me. If anyone deserves that job, it should be me. If anyone deserves that money, it should be me. Why? Your feelings are valid, absolutely, right? But what is the logic? What is the reason behind that? Why do you feel like you deserve it? Please enlighten us. And they can't, so they get embarrassed, and then they start lashing out, they get defensive, because logically, it doesn't make sense. There's no reason as to why. They don't know why. They just, I want it! 50-50. They just want this. I've been seeing a lot of 5s. I'm gonna get a couple more, then I'm gonna close the reading. 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're relaxing, you're resting. You're not worried about this. You know this energy is around you. Also, this person could be trying to project feelings of agitation, irritation, all right, to get you like, right? Try to get you like overwhelmed, overstimulated. So be careful of that, right? Like, let's say, for example, you're home and you're fine, right? And then you go to this grocery store that's down the street from you. And every time you go to that grocery store, you're just irritated and overstimulated and agitated and bothered, and right? Because wherever you are, somebody's like blasting magic at you to get you irritated and agitated and overwhelmed and overstimulated and right? And they're trying to throw that energy onto you. Right? Or like if you're out and about and you're fine, and then you get home and all of a sudden you're irritated and you're annoyed and like, this is not, and is, cleanse your space, all right? Cleanse your home, cleanse your space, clean, because somebody's like bombarding you with negative energy to get you to, it's like boiling pot energy, right? It's like, you know how like the water slowly starts boiling and boiling and boiling, and then eventually it's like over blowing, bubbling, right? It's like someone's trying to get you to bubble up like a boiling pot. So, you know, and if this is happening in your home, this person knows where you live. And they're trying to throw magic anywhere you are, whether it's your home, your community, your job, your environments, your relationships. They're trying to get you to be a boiling pot. What happens when a boiling pot is left untreated or unchecked, or, you know, like, why is this water boiling? Hello, because the heat's on. You gotta turn the fire off, right? Someone's trying to start a fire in you. This could be a karmic fire sign, or you could be a fire sign. Temperance reverse. Wow. Could be a karmic fire sign. Could be a karmic Sagittarius that's doing this. If this is a karmic Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you something right now. Specifically for this. If this is a karmic Sagittarius, this person, this woman, she is a dark voodoo high priestess. She dabbles in voodoo. I will tell you that. And I know this because I had a dream. Alright? And I listened to my dreams. If this is a karmic Sagittarius, this person practices voodoo. And not for good. Alright? This person, there's no peace around them. There's no peace around them. They're not protected. They feel entitled. They're watching you. They're stalking you. They don't have good thoughts about you. They feel like you don't deserve X, Y, Z. Right? They need to be careful. Right? Heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. Because you may be, it's okay, I'll turn the other cheek, I forgive you. You may be in that energy, but the Most High, God, is no, like, whatever little gods or goddesses that they're utilizing, I'm sorry, but they're not, they're no match against the Most High God. They're not. They need to stop. Dancing in the moonlight. Last night was a full moon as well. This person has a cloudy intuition. There could also be something going on with their eyesight as well. They could be seeing black spots, like in like floaters, you know, like eye floaters. They could be seeing floaters in their eyes. This person could also be like putting eye drops in their eyes because of the floaters. That's what you do when you have floaters. You put eye drops, right? I was watching the show, and the woman, she had floaters, and she would, you know. Also, this person, this woman is getting irritated. Very impatient because she's not getting something. I'm also getting that she's not getting some sort of satisfaction. Or in her mind, she should have been getting some sort of satisfaction by now. Oof, yeah, this is a woman. The Empress reversed with the Emperor upright and the Eight of Swords upright. Wow. The plot thickens. It's so weird. For some of you, this could be your mom or a mother figure. If this is not your mom, this is a mother figure, like an aunt or a cousin or a mom at your job or in your neighborhood or your community, whatever. They're just... this is also someone who feels like because they're a mom, they automatically deserve something. And it's like, you're not even a good mom. I feel like for some of you, if this is your mom, they could be like, well, I deserve your love. I deserve this. I deserve that. And it's just like, you want me to love you, but you've done nothing for me to love you. Like, yeah, you're my mom, but like, what? You know, like, this is like kind of like a mom who's like, kids don't even talk to them. If this is that, but with this Empress in reverse, right? I'm also getting that this person, this woman, this privileged lady in reverse, either they can't have children, or it's like if they do have children, they're karmic children. And I feel like this woman around you, this Empress in reverse is a privileged lady in reverse. This was the woman that was trying to, with the King of Wands on the fence. I always feel like the King of Wands is like the minor to the Emperor. I don't know why, but I've always felt that, like, the King of Wands turns into the Emperor. It's just how it makes sense. It just, alright? So I feel like this weird karmic woman around you, this Empress reverse, privileged lady in reverse, who feels like she deserves everything that you have, but she's done nothing to earn it, is the same person that's been trying to block your Emperor, your divine masculine or divine feminines, right? Trying to like trap them and keep them locked up away from you, trying to keep them in jail, right? And it's like, ha ha ha, you can't leave. And your divine masculine is like, but I just want to be with my divine feminine. I just want to be with my Empress. And this weird woman is like, you'll never get near her, right? Like, this is a woman who's been literally trying to like keep your divine masculine away, or just make sure that you don't have any successful relationships with men. For some of you, it's with women, right? No, this is that. Trying to keep them locked up, imprisoned, in jail, right? Trying to keep them away from you. Make sure they don't go near you, right? Wow, this person doesn't want you to have love, money, or food, clothes, happiness, nothing. Jesus. Alright, so this is a reading. Bye.